Also, our moderator, Violet Lotus. Hi, everybody.
Starring Sunny.
They can't see him.
Oh, what a shame. Sunny's right here. He's in between us, sort of. He's actually right in front of me.
Welcome to TFT.
Welcome to TFT. Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Suit Boy. Boy, that seems like a heavy suit for today. And me, Banshee, in my summer attire.
It's a heavy suit for a shallow mind.
Oh, you said it, not me. So welcome to our show. It's summer. It's July. Hey, the heat is on, as they say.
I'm cool, calm, and collected.
Hey, Gina. Hey, Lena. Hey,
Hi, Garage.
Libra.
Everyone's here.
Anthony, V, Sabani, Sonali, Seven Oceans, Aaliyah. Did I get everybody? Not in order, don't worry.
If you didn't, our moderator did.
Yes. Well, I'm counting on her order. All right, but I've written down the backup.
It's going fine. We're on the eve of the American Day of the celebration of independence.
We needn't say that. Discuss Independence Day here today. I am not celebrating it. I'm sorry. So we don't want to get into politics. But anyway, let's get on with the show. I have something very cool today. I brought out the Earthcraft Oracle, feeling a connection with the Earth. Basically, it's summer, and the days have just been so beautiful. All kinds of little bunnies and things scampering about outside.
Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel Rivera. Good to see you. Is it Angel Rivera? Okay. We got those two angels. I don't want to make a mistake. All right.
We all have two angels.
There you go.
Especially when you come here.
Mr. O, draw one for the collective. It's so bright, these backgrounds. I love it.
Oh,
kind of looks
Angel.
hippy-dippy.
We agree totally, Angel.
I missed that, I guess. Oh, I'm way up the chain here. How'd that happen? Okay, there we are.
The Spirit of the East.
Ooh, East.
Number 30.
I love it. Number 30. Okay. Spirits of the East.
Sunny is here, Garab. My camera's positioned a little bit higher up, so for no particular reason, but I think I'm going to adjust it anyway. But he's like lying right there, so let's see if we can see. There he is.
Yeah, we'll give some Sunny cams from time to time. Spirit of the East. The Spirit of the East is connected to the element of air and initiates you to the energy of clarity, truth, and new beginnings, and the realm of ideas. When this archetype comes into your life, it is an invitation to lead with the mind instead of emotion, applying logic and rationale to your current situation. This is a moment for integrity and unbiased opinion. This card may come to a reading when your situation requires self-awareness and reflection. What can you learn from your situation? How have your emotions affected your perspective? And are there any truths you may have omitted to sway things in your favor? Wow, I can definitely see some bigger social implications of this card, that's for sure. Be honest with yourself and with others. Be open and truthful is the best way to resolve situations. Honor the Spirit of the East. So there's a little working here you might want to try. You just need your favorite incense or herbs. It says to honor the air and the Spirit of the East by giving her medicine smoke. Burn your favorite incense or favorite herbs in a bowl or herb bundle. Hold the smoke and face east. Whisper into the smoke. I am present for your guidance, dear Spirit of the East, and thank the East for her presence and for her divine guidance. I love it. We do need to use our logical minds. I believe, emotions are getting the best of us all the way around on all sides of things collectively these days. And, I think what's really, really missing and important here are two things. And I've always said it: truth and integrity. These things we need more of in the world today, and they're sorely lacking. So, look to the east for these types of energies.
Mr. O is done puttering with the cameras.
And that's what I have for the collective. And liberal use of the block button. I may get there, Angel. I've been lucky so far. I've had a few incidents, but not many on social media. But I'll tell you what, I'm ready to block in some of these instances now. It's usually my last resort, though.
And I see Seek for sure has joined us. Hi, welcome to our program.
Hey, we'll get you on. Now, it is going to be a long list, but welcome to the show. We're going to get right into our cards to tell us you all what we're using today.
Okay, well, I am using the Secret Tarot.
Okay.
That's the back there, and it's the sun. And then I'm also using this deck, which I like to use on another show of mine, a pre-recorded show. It's the Uncommon Tarot, and that's the Six of Swords. And I love that. That's so pretty.
Parna, hi.
Hello.
We'll get you on the list. It is a bit long, so hang in there with us.
But you came early enough, and we were sorry we couldn't get to you yesterday, but thank you very much. The Uncommon Tarot I use in my Instagram reading, Your Weird Week, so I think it's kind of an interesting deck to use here. And then, my Egyptian Nefertari deck, and I'm using the Star.
Okay, I have to explain.
Yes, the Secret Tarot was the first one.
I have to explain something about the decks I'm using today, but a question. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
I'm answering a question.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's all right.
I got to a question first.
No, that's all right. I didn't realize. Okay. So, interestingly enough, what is today the start of in the Northern Hemisphere? Anybody know? Anybody know? July 3rd. I'll give a hint. Oh, gosh, I hope I get this last date right. I think it's July 3rd through August 12th this year. Anybody? No?
Seriously?
Yes, it's the dog days of summer. So we've got the dog decks out. I have the, I think this is the Magical Dog Tarot.
Pretty.
So there's a few dog decks. I have, two. There's the Wise Dog Tarot. And there we have the Seven of Pentacles in that deck. And, just so Sunny doesn't feel left out, we have the Mystical Cat Tarot. And there is the Sky King, which would be the King of Swords in that deck. And finally, just because it's a new deck, I'm still keeping it in the mix. I'll be using most of these decks through the dog days of summer, but one deck I'll be rotating all the time, my fourth deck. And today, again, I'm using the Tarot of Dragons since it's new, and there's the Queen of Pentacles in that deck. And so, we're going to get going. I'm using the Mirror of Truth Lenormand. Mr. O is using the Dreaming Way Lenormand. And possibly for love questions, we'll just bring out the Cupid Lenormand, which I brought out of hiding. So, all right, let's get on with this because we are going to be busy today. All right, now let me check Violet's list to make sure I've got it right. Dog days. I think in Texas, just about all summer's a dog days for you guys. Yes, Aaliyah is up. Okay, I think I've got this list right. Spice, Snowy, Seven Oceans, Anthony, Grub, and Angel. Got it. That's the only one I wasn't sure about.
Well, right at the end, Ratuparna?
Yes, I have them too. All right. All right, Aaliyah, what you got for us today? Oh, very good, Angel. Damn FedEx. Mine was so good. It really was. We have great FedEx delivery here, I have to say. It came a day earlier than they had projected too. So I can't complain about my FedEx. It's been pretty good.
Well, I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot for your question, Aaliyah.
All right. Don't abandon hope, Aaliyah. You know, some people, I don't know if you were here when Victoria popped in on Thursday, but one of our people, Victoria, has been looking for jobs forever, and she just got it. So, I mean, hang in there, you know. Just keep hope alive. And that's the second person who's gotten a job. Who was it? The other on our show?
Well, Anthony.
No. Well, we know
but
about
more recently.
Yeah. Ramandeep.
Oh, that's right, Ramandeep.
Yep.
And it was one that they specifically asked us about too.
So let's see what we see for you.
Yes.
We're not going to do a yes/no like yet. Let's throw 3 cards because will I ever get a job? And you got a definite no. That would be bound to sink your balloon, and we don't want to do that. Of course, I'm sure you'll get a job, Aaliyah.
Right. If we have to do a yes or no, we will.
Yes.
Of course. That type of spread. All right.
All right.
And the first one is the reversed Knight of Cups.
Okay.
Seems a little fishy. I'm making a little hay out of that joke.
Very punny.
Followed by the reversed Page of Wands. And then the upright Page of Swords. So you have all court cards, all people cards. This may represent people that are somehow in the equation, if not yourself. Or perhaps more likely they represent comings and goings of things, energies involved around things.
Well, Aaliyah, you know, I think we also should be careful now when we do not just readings, but also your mindset here. Because, you know, when we're looking at the question or we're thinking about what you wrote, will I ever get a job? And what happens here? What happens here is exactly what happens. It looks kind of pessimistic. And it's almost as if you're feeling that way now, and the cards pick up on that most definitely. And so I feel here right now with the Knight of Cups reversed, it's been an emotionally trying time for you, you know. You're just going to have to keep at it. You're just going to have to kind of work through the emotions of rejection and things that happen to us when we're searching for jobs. And hey, I'm not bragging here, but I really didn't have to go through a lot of that. I've had some rejection in life, but for the most part, I have been very, very lucky. And so here with the Page of Wands, I feel here, you know, you've gotten some negative news maybe recently, or you're worried about more coming your way. And I feel like it might be eating at your self-esteem or self-confidence a little bit here. So, you know, this is really important when you go out job seeking. And so the Page of Swords is saying here, you know what? You have to just be able to show people the value more. You know, you're just going to have to, and in order to do that, you really have to boost your confidence levels more. You really have to show them what you've got. I think the Page of Swords here is saying, you know, because it's about using your mind and your mental faculties, show how ready you are, you know, to take on this task. Show that you are ready to, and also communicate effectively. That is the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is about communication and how we project our image, Aaliyah. It's very important.
Hey, Aaliyah, I think that sometimes I start at the other end and I work my way back and maybe I see the flow differently, but I sort of hit the same points. So I'm thinking that Page of Swords also talks about initiative to some degree,
yes,
but also grace, tact, diplomacy. So how you present yourself once, you know, interviews start happening, or how you do that even in the initial, I'm applying for the job, these are things about me. That's important, you know. as well as projecting confidence, which Banshee mentioned. The idea, I think, with the Knight of Cups may be that in general, you should steel yourself for some emotional
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs. I was going to say wandering back and forth. And, just a personal example, just my own thing, but I remember in the early 80s when our son was young and I was trying desperately to get another job because I really hated the one I had. It was a horrible job. I probably counted and applied to like maybe over 75 to 100 jobs over a couple year period before something happened. So it tends to be that way sometimes. You have to believe in yourself and you have to be willing to shoulder some of that sense of rejection letters, as they say. Pin them on your wall. Pin them on your wall and laugh at them.
And some of my best advice is that, these things, these rejections that maybe you've gotten or these people haven't written back, if you can find out, sometimes...
Oh, right.
Sometimes people will tell you and sometimes they won't. You can write to them and thank them for the opportunity and just say to them, do you have any advice for me going forward? Something where I missed the mark that maybe I could, show better, do better next time, perform better at the next interview. Some places and employers are very happy to help with that. And so it's worth a shot. But failing that, it's also a call for you to not get emotional about it, but to learn from these encounters.
Oh, that's so nice. I
and
like that.
take in yourself what you feel might have gone wrong and try to work on that.
Hi,
Be
Spotty.
proactive and not,
Right.
reactive.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to throw the Lenormand for you, and I wanted to say hi to Swabby, who has shown up.
Hey, Swabby.
I was wondering where you were. We've been pretty good. Not bad. Hope you are too.
What do you got? Whoa.
The Anchor.
Uh-oh, Anthony.
Somebody knows why we're chuckling. And the Moon. So the Anchor and the Moon. Well, I sort of feel that something may tell you or show you that there is mostly fortune or progress for you if you stick to what you know best. The Anchor and the idea of just sticking to what you do best, what you know best. Unless, things really become dramatic, don't try to move into areas where maybe you're not as qualified or you don't know, what's going on. I'm not saying this the right way,
No,
but
you're
I think
close enough. I actually like the angle you took with that. The Moon is about success. The Moon is about success here.
is.
So, it's easy for me to say you are, success is anchored in you, but you're not seeing that right now. So what I'd like to say is it's exactly what he's saying here is that this is also about stability and security. So you will be more successful if you show them, you're very stable, you're secure in the knowledge for your job, you have what it takes to do the job. There is success here. I think it's very positive at this end point that you got the Moon card.
all right.
So I think we're going to leave it at that. I think this is fine for now. And you know what? I just say, Aaliyah, just keep putting those resumes out there. And if you want us to check on something you've applied for going forward, we'll do readings on that as we go. And or check again on the Outlook if nothing seems to be moving. But I think if you keep at it and you learn from, things that have gone wrong, it will get better. You'll suddenly come up with opportunities that maybe will give you an offer.
And we wish you good luck.
Hang in there. All right. We're going to try to keep our readings down today. So really, everybody, and Aaliyah did it right, just keep it to one question because we had a lot of names on the list. We'd like to get in as many as possible. If I could fit in a couple more today, I'd do it. So just one question today. That's everybody. Okay.
Right.
So V. Right. Want to know right now. All right. Well, let's use our Wise Dog Tarot.
You're welcome, Aunt Aaliyah. You're welcome. Right, Violet's right. Today, Sundays are always pretty busy, so we appreciate that. We're okay with overtime, but
Right.
But let's be reasonable. And so Violet will wisely.
Well, I'm
Cut
not
down the
ready,
list at
even
some
though we're
point.
a bit up there with people yet to close the list. I want to see
Yeah.
how we do. If I rein Mr. O in and I don't go babbling, maybe we'll do okay.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Oh, man, stop it. What do you have against singing?
I was pretending I was Mick Jagger. I do not have the moves like Jagger. Or the voice, or the money, etc.
Well, at least you didn't disturb the sun, man.
You know what I heard, Violet? I heard you're good at that.
Crack the whip. Oh. It's okay, Violet. We have to crack the kind whip. We'll try to be kind today. It's a holiday weekend, and I'm in a generous mood. I've come up with some great ideas today. Haven't followed up on some of my other ideas, but they're coming. All right, well, V, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is reversed. Is that one of those collars? Yes, it is.
The
one of those cones of, sometimes they call it the cone of shame, but I don't know why. Come on now. We have the, I want to make sure here, it's the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is reversed here.
Uh-huh. The dogs are upside down.
Not this one. We have the Seven of Pentacles upright. Well, this is kind of a interesting reading, okay? It's just basically about spirit, right? What does spirit have? Is that it?
Yes. What does Spirit want me to know right now?
Well, I think Spirit wants you to move away, liberate yourself from dwelling on maybe some bad memories from the past. And when I'm saying it in this case, this isn't like, necessarily, I mean, there's emotion here, but I'm not necessarily going to tie it into relationships completely. Because we also have a Pentacle card here, so it's making me wonder if this is about, business opportunities or if this is about relationships. Whatever the case may be, Spirit wants you to move away from dwelling on things that did not work out in your past. Unhappy memories that just may be blocking your progress. It's making you stall and step back from things you need to be working on. Whether it's being involved in a new relationship, mending or healing a relationship, or something with work or business. Perhaps some setbacks in your past makes you worried about applying for certain opportunities or doing things that are outside your comfort zone. Spirit is saying, stop it, let go of the tree, because the Hanged Man is coming down from the tree now, and move on.
Well, you said pretty much everything I wanted to say, but that's okay because I think being reinforced, it's a good idea. I think Spirit really says, don't let things that disappoint you from the past prevent you from focusing on what you have now, because you will need to still get that out there. It's at a medium point right now, and where you go could influence your success. And Spirit wants you to see that sometimes you do have to make sacrifices, and sometimes you just have to remove yourself from influences. And I think that's what Spirit is saying is more the latter. It's not about what you give up, it's more about how you see that influence or that power sort of waning in your life so you can focus on something else. I like what you're saying there, Swathi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swathi. I see Pretty Doll is here. Pretty Doll, we have a rather long list. We'll definitely try to get you in, but you're going to have to be patient with us.
Yeah, you may be a little bit, because we
and
got a few
if
people
you
here.
don't get patient with us, we're back on Thursday nights. We're a little quieter, Thursday nights from 7 to 9. But just keep in mind, we're going to keep rolling here and moving.
Sometimes people ask their question, and then we'll do the question maybe if they ask, and they'll just come back and watch it later if they can't wait around. So it's really up to you. All right, so the Lenormand for V.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, not a baby sparrow. I saw that, Libra. Ooh.
And I want to just say again, thanks to our moderator, Violet, who really helps us keep it together here. Appreciate that.
We have the beautiful heart.
All right. Is that one?
Yeah.
And the fox.
Well, so I'm not saying that romance isn't involved here, but the fox is a tricky card. The fox can be sneaky, crafty. It depends on the question being asked. It can also be about a workplace, an employee, a job. It can also be about a sexy lady. So depending on, if you feel this relates to matters of the heart, what we just spoke to you about, this could be about that, or it could be about work again and success. And I feel here this is really saying, you need to really focus on doing or being with whoever is your real heart's desire here. Don't settle. I really feel here with the fox, it's saying don't settle. Settle for nothing less in life than what you truly desire. And, I know so many people who work jobs just to get by, and I feel for them. We all can't achieve this, but if in any way you can, this is what you need to aspire to.
Well, these two cards sort of transpose to those two cards in a way, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost wondering if maybe some of what this idea is about the idea that there is two things you love almost equally, but one is more what you can do as an extension of yourself business-wise, career-wise, vocationally, and then maybe the other one is more where you're at emotionally with friendships or situations. And so it may be that this card is saying there is a way to bridge those, to sort of figure out how to have both of those purr to the best vibratory level.
Hey,
and that's what Spirit wants you to do.
Anthony, I hope you're still here. You're number 9 on the list of readings, so we'll do a general for you quick. You can just come back and view it at your leisure, okay?
Yeah.
All right, I hope you heard that. But anyway, we're going to do that for you.
Thanks for letting us know, though.
Hope you have a good day, Anthony.
I hope we didn't turn you off with all this talk about long list.
Well, he had to go, so yeah. All right, that's what we have. And we're going to keep moving, aren't we?
Yes, it's like rock and roll.
Thank you. All right. So we're on Libra. Who wants to know what Baby Sparrow's message is? Right. I hope it's cute, the message. I know
You're welcome,
Baby
V.
Sparrow was.
Good luck to you.
Hey, you're welcome, V. All right, so we're on reading number 3, Libra.
Getting out in the sun and golfing? That's beats this.
Oh.
Admit it.
Golfing. Well, I never could master golf, but I had a friend who was very good at golf.
Are you talking about Cheryl?
Yes. She was good at almost everything she touched, though. Sports-wise, golf was just not my thing.
Yeah, we can kind of amend that if we need to. We'll just take a pulse maybe if we have to. But that's fine, Violet.
Yeah, I make it, Violet, I might add. But now that, Swati and Pretty Doll came in, we may just leave it there. And like I said, we are trying to move today.
Swati, we saw Violet first. I'm just going to have to say that.
You're so silly. Is it time for a sunny cam? He's facing the camera.
Yes, it is. He's out. He's
All right.
so out. Okay, Libra, what did the baby sparrow?
Oh, I like baby birds. I like baby squirrels, baby bunnies, baby most anything.
So,
We got baby snakes.
how fascinating. We got justice.
You'd think you had that recently too. I'm not sure, but it seems familiar.
Then we have the Ten of Wands. These are both upright. And then the Hermit reversed.
Well, the Hermit reversed. I thought I was going somewhere, and now I'm not sure. I think here, maybe, what I'm looking at, because the Hermit is about really going back out into the world, going back out and socializing or being with, I don't know about so much family, friends, but yes, it's being out into the world. It could be even teaching, or presenting something to the world. So I'm a little thrown off by this, but I think what I want to say is that maybe, before you start getting involved in groups or activities, you need to think about setting some boundaries and making sure everything is in balance in your life. You don't need to feel overburdened and taken advantage of. The one thing that keeps a lot of people from getting involved in groups and organizations, even political action committees and stuff like that, is having to carry all the weight, having to do it all. And so I feel here that maybe you just need to set some boundaries because you don't want to have any balance issues. You don't want to be taken advantage of. I don't know why the sparrow would be telling you this unless you have something in the mix here. Or unless you're thinking of, getting a job or doing some volunteer activity.
Well, it struck you as it meant something, so I'm taking it from that point of view. And I feel the Ten of Wands is suggesting that there are burdens or problems to shoulder, share. And maybe these revolve around the idea of your own personal views of justice, what you expect for yourself or your family, or maybe a particular legal situation you're in, or maybe it relates to your medical situation. You expect, to be treated correctly. You expect or hope for best possible just outcomes. It's not unworthy that things should be this bad necessarily. But on the other side of that justice scale is the Hermit reversed. And so that really does, in a sense, speak to the idea of maybe giving up something, giving up a sense of understanding for something else to put yourself out there. So maybe this burden is the idea of understanding how you need to direct justice in yourself, but also to just really portray yourself as a normal person too. Like you're not setting yourself up as some sort of, I'm the genius here or I'm the best person. You sort of want to have your cake and eat it too. I know she was wondering, where in the hell are you going with this?
So I do see these cards kind of fitting together here, finding equanimity, sharing the load with others in some area of your life. Baby Sparrow says, hey, you need to grow too. You need to have room to grow too, not to be buried under. And, with the Hermit reverse, this is just saying as you maybe socialize more or you're around more people or maybe family or friends, or if you're in the workplace, people start leaning on you. Maybe Sparrow's saying it's time to set those boundaries. Let's do the Lenormand, Mr. O, so we can roll with the next one. Well, I've been both angel, joiner, and involver. I've learned a lot of valuable lessons.
Well, what is this really about, maybe? Here's the dog, and here's the ring. So I'm wondering if this is maybe more about a specific situation or friendship or relationship.
that, before you commit, and, like I said, and it could be a group of like-minded people maybe as well that you feel some loyalty to, don't be taken advantage of by people is maybe Sparrow's message. Make a commitment. If you're going to make a commitment to work with people or do things with people, you got to set some parameters.
Right. Loyalty is truly a two-way street, and people can't necessarily demand loyalty if they're not willing to give it.
There you go. I like that, Mr. O.
Thank you.
All right, Lena, you are up, I believe.
Yes, that is cute. Lena is up. General for next 6 months.
Okay. Let's do the cats. It should be a two-way street. But yeah, leader means, you take on a big burden when you're a leader. But unfortunately, when it comes to delegating, some leaders are bad at it. But not only that, some people just won't do it. They really expect, well, you took this job. This is all your thing now. And it really shouldn't be that way.
You're welcome, Libra.
Grapes today. If you want grapes, you can have some if you need.
Okay. That would be great. Great.
That would be great. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I shouldn't have left it there.
I think I might have.
Nope.
Okay.
Probably me.
All right. We have the Two of Sky. This is for the next 3 months. Is that it? Yeah. No, 6 months.
6.
Got it.
So that's the Two of Swords?
Mm-hmm. Aw. We have the Page of Cups, which is the Sea Kitten.
And these are both upright.
Mm-hmm. And we always got to have a reversal in the mix, right? We have the Three of Earth, or Pentacles, reversed. Well, I think the next 3 months...
6.
I'm sorry, 6 months. As a little bit of ups and downs, I feel that it might favor emotional things that perhaps within the next 6 months... Maybe you'll get some invitations. Maybe you'll get some dates. That's the Page of Cups. And so I feel here it could be the beginning or start of, a romance or meeting somebody. Whether it develops or not's another matter. I feel here, too, that and I almost feel here, since this is the next 6 months, I'm reading these as kind of separate. I feel here that the next 6 months you might be doing a lot of planning or thinking about where you want to put your energy. What do you want to put your energy into? Do you want to put it into love? Do you want to put it into business? I feel here this is a time to put it all together. And it looks as though there might be some disappointments. I don't know if you're working right now, Lena, but if you are working with others, or maybe people that are working with you in the next 6 months, there might be some difficulties, particularly in the business financial world, in working with teams of people. There just might be struggle for everybody to agree on what's the best direction to go in or how to plot out strategy. What do you see, Mr. O?
Well, in general, because it was the first card pulled, that Two of Swords represents...
Oh. Yes, it was Two of Swords.
Represents a kind of holding pattern in a way where a lot of things are going to come under scrutiny or thought, but no clear moves are necessarily happening. I think it's just really a holding pattern to sort of designate thinking time, planning time. And what are we planning? Well, we might be planning a couple things. We may be trying to advance ourselves romantically or in friendly terms with people. But this sort of suggests to me that there's this idea over the course of the 6 months that maybe some things are not connecting. The Three of Pentacles reversed maybe is suggesting that if it's not connecting, it's just that it's going to be a little harder to find that connection. And so maybe this little page kitten there represents that quest. And maybe because there's this holding pattern that's influencing the situation, maybe it's about the fact that you're not really seeing where your connection should go, or you're not feeling the greatest about these connections. Something like that that's just sort of pulling it into a more measured contemplation in this time about those issues.
Well, I was reading this more like the Two of Wands and the Two of Sky Swords. That was my bad, but the message was fairly close anyway, Lena. I do feel like you have some choices or decisions to make here in the next 6 months. It could be about relationships. It could be about business, finance. It is kind of like a holding pattern, like Mr. O said, but it's also a good time to strategize because it's an air card, and air is about the mind and logic and thinking. So you're definitely going to need to think things through. Like, for example, this might end up being a wonderful opportunity for you, but it's also saying to really think about it. Is this person that I met good for me? Should I say yes to this date or this encounter? What should I do about a situation where people don't seem to be working in my best interests, whether it's at work or with financial matters? That might be another decision that you may have to make. So I just want to make that clear, and let's do some Lenormand on that.
Swati approves of your eating more grapes and things. I am
so trying. More salad, more stuff. Hey, but I'm not perfect. I'm nowhere near. We have some junk food here too. But I'm being very more careful about it, and I'm starting to exercise. But my blood pressure with the extra pill seems to be regulating. It's a little topsy-turvy, though. Sometimes it's not dangerously low, but it's really jumping low. And I think because my blood pressure has been high for a while, it makes me feel a little bit lightheaded and dizzy. So we'll see how it goes. I've got a doctor's appointment this week. I feel 100% better, though. Friday was such a good day for me, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I got so much done. I felt like my old self again. How interesting, eh? Oh. No, I think you'll see why in a minute.
Clouds is the crossroads.
So tell me, Mr. O, what does that crossroads look like to you?
Well, the crossroads is... Oh, yeah.
So...
Crossroads aligns with the Two of Swords there.
So, Lena, decisions. You will have decisions to make. What is the way you want to go, the direction you want to take for growth and progress in your life? And I think as the months go by, it's going to become increasingly clear to you. You have the light side of the clouds facing the crossroads, not the dark. And so I feel here that it will become clearer in time.
Well, it almost feels to me like what this choice revolves around is maybe you saying, okay, I'm just going to focus more on my emotional happiness rather than working intently on some of my business or career goals, because right now maybe that's where the stale point is. So I'm thinking that could be what it is that just over the next 6 months you'll realize you're making more progress on emotional side of your life, the quest for happiness that lies there.
Take care, Mama T. I'll be thinking of you.
Hi, Mama T. Oh, please stop that. Come on.
Stop what?
Knocking on death's door.
Oh. She's feeling ill. I understand. I hate being sick. I just do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mr. O. All right. Hey,
So that's what we had, Lena.
Gina is up. Maybe it speaks about alimony. Maybe
It's
it could
possible,
very well be if
but
that's
it's
still pending.
It still looks like there's sort of a little bit of a problem, though.
Yeah, that's
And
that's. I
maybe-
think she's.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we agree. Gina is up. And Sonali will hold on to that. You're welcome.
Yep, we're waiting for Gina. What you got for us, Gina? We'll give Gina a couple minutes. It's possible she was called away.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't been up for a while, so I'm not sure.
You can still catch Banshee's Material Matters
Yes,
from this
you can.
morning, and it has good financial information, so check that out. That's every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. on our YouTube channel.
Oh boy, last call for Gina. What was I going to say? I guess I don't have an announcement. I'm just going to keep people guessing.
Okay, well, I guess we could go on to Sonali then.
There she is. Oracle card. Got it, Gina.
Okay.
I'm going to do one of the aircraft for you. Not a problem, Gina. Shuffle and cut them. Oh, guess I should move those back. All right. Oopsie. Sorry. Got the magic wand there. Sunny's moaning here. Wow. We had the Spirit of the East earlier, Gina, but you get...
The Spirit of the North.
Wow. 31, which is a 4 number. I like 4s. The Spirit of the North is connected to the element of earth and initiates you to the energy of strength, stability, practicality, and resourcefulness. Wow, just about all those I would associate with you. When this archetype comes into your life, it is a call to bring your awareness back to everyday mundane tasks. Dreams need real-world action to take shape in the physical world. Preparation and pragmatism are the tools that will serve you well at this time. You're on the right path, so don't give up. Pulling this card is also a reminder that greatness is not built overnight. Have patience as you work towards your goals and celebrate the small wins as readily as big accomplishments. If you are seeking financial security, you shall find it through determination and proper planning. If you are seeking health and well-being, you will obtain this through perseverance and commitment. So here is how you can honor the spirit of the North. Find a quiet place outside in nature. Kneel down and scoop up a handful of earth in the form of soil, a plant, or a rock with both hands and face north. Whisper into the earth, I am present for your guidance, dear spirit of the North. Bring the earth to your heart space and meditate for a moment on the message she brings. Thank the North Spirit for her presence and her divine guidance. So, I think one of the important things I take away from this card that I always believe in is celebrating those small victories. We so often think about the defeats. Even the smallest defeats tend to haunt us. But do we ever really think about the small victories that are leading us forward? Celebrate each and every one of them as you move forward, pragmatically, as this card reflected.
And now the bottom.
Oh. It's a sacred temple.
Shazam!
Well, I'm just going to read the div for this one. You have pulled this card to guide you back towards the path of self-respect, self-validation, to connect your physical body, and to feel the power radiating from your skin. You are the goddess and your body the temple. Your body is a record of every ancestor who walked before you. By honoring yourself, you are also honoring thousands of years of ancestral heritage, pride, and power. Adorn your body as if you are preparing an altar. Take time to pamper yourself with long baths and wear clothing that makes you feel beautiful. And as you care for your physical form, silence your inner critic, the voice that compares your body to others and puts you down. And speak to yourself as you are the powerful goddess capable of moving mountains. Know that you are worthy of reverence and of care, and your value is intrinsic. Honor the beauty in every curve, the strength in every scar, and the worthiness inside your words and thoughts. Share yourself only with those who will do the same. Oh, yes, you honor yourself by also surrounding yourself with those people who, support you and also honor themselves in the same manner,
Those numbers add up to 56, which is 11, which is 2.
Ooh. Let's do a quickie Lenormand and we'll move on. But those are wonderful cards. I love this deck. It's very beautiful. I like the artwork. I just love color. What can I say?
Yeah, there's a lot of nice color there.
All right. Is Anthony still here? Probably not.
Probably not.
But anyway, we have the ship. And we have the anchor. What? So, this is a time to just take it slow. This is a time to honor those victories as the cards had suggested and honor yourself. But, right now you're kind of anchored in place, and that's okay. Maybe this is a time to honor the earth, maybe, the land surrounding your home, your backyard, your garden, to honor these things and spend time, homebound. That's the way I feel about this.
You're anchored in your journey.
Bam, Mr. O. I like that too.
Well, what do you think?
Well, Serenity, we'll throw you at the end, but we'll just see how it goes. No promises at this point. We have a really long list. We might be able to throw one card for you at the end if it gets really bad. But if not, and we can fit you in, we will. All right. So we apologize. Sundays are busy. Thursdays are so much better. Until
Yes.
they're not.
Until they're not.
And stay tuned. I mean, in the future, we may have to shorten our readings a little bit so we can fit in more people. We are working on that. We have some interesting ideas. All right, let's move on to Sabani. I hope you enjoyed that, Gina.
Okay, so I think I got that. Sabani and Sonali had problems with their connection.
Okay.
So I'm looking again for the question, though. Sabani wants, how will the remaining months of 2022 go?
I know, Angel. How will the remains of 2022 go?
Yeah.
Okay, your deck, because I've been using mine here.
And I'm going to use my secret tarot.
Okay.
Since hopefully it won't be a secret
You
because
are
we're
welcome,
reading it.
Gina.
You're welcome, Gina.
Thursdays sometimes do surprise us. We do get a crowd sometimes, but more often than not, it's less busy.
Yes, that's what our market analysts tell us.
Who's our market analyst?
We don't have any.
It's Shadow.
Needs more meow. All right, how will the rest of 22 go? What are the remaining? For Sabani. And it's the Five of Pentacles reversed. And then it's the Two of Wands upright. And it's the Tower.
Well, it's upright. I'd rather see it upright if we gotta have it. There's some heady energy here, though, Sabani. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to? I can.
Go ahead.
All right. I want to say that this is a toughie for me. I want to say that the Five of Pentacles reversed indicates that the rest of 2022, you might see a little bit of a recovery in some area of your life. If you've been having problems in the material area of your life, you may see some better conditions. If it's been with your health, you may see some better conditions. If you've been feeling isolated and alone, that may change. You may feel more a part of things again. And so you might be up to making some plans. You know, that is the Two of Wands, right? Yeah. The Two of Wands is here. And so it says this might be a good time. You might be strategizing and thinking ahead, looking ahead to the future. And I think the way you're looking ahead to the future is by looking at some of the maybe difficult things that you have gone through in this past year. Maybe you're at the process of processing them, towards the rest of 2022 and determining where to go from here. Maybe some things in 2022 so far have not turned out the way you wanted them to. I'm not going to say they've been a disaster, but maybe you've had some mini crises or things that you've had to deal with, and you really want to move now, but you want to make sure that they don't happen again and move forward in a more positive direction. What? Oh.
My wand, please.
If I could find mine, it wouldn't be a problem. I just don't know where they went.
That's on you. Yeah, that's what you say. But to me, that Two of Wands in the center is sort of providing the idea that this is that middle point or that overall environmental feel for you at this time, Sabani, that you are sort of feeling in control, but sort of feeling like, there is something that maybe is a little bit ethereal, like it's not totally under your control, and you're sort of trying to arrange your thoughts to where, you think they need to go. One of the ideas is maybe you feeling that some things have really cleared up and changed. Some of the status quo maybe that said you weren't finding opportunities or you weren't seeing, where the things were that could help you has changed, and now you're probably seeing them. But at the same time, you may be realizing that some of these things have unexpected consequences or little twists in them that may reveal other things you will have to learn, possibly with a little bit of a lesson there. So I just wanted to sum that up a little bit quicker.
I like the way you did that. Go ahead and shuffle those. I feel, though, that Two of Wands and the Tower fit together. I almost feel like the Tower is you looking back at what's already transpired in 2022. But I can definitely see what you're doing there. And it is the last card, but I just didn't feel it that way for me, personally.
All right, so we drew the garden followed by the bear. And I think you're going to find ways to prove yourself, to prove your strength in either social settings or in that greater kind of sense of the business world or the vocational career world that maybe you're trying to put yourself into?
Well, I feel here that the bear, I think you're going to find since this is about what's happening in 2022 going forward, that you're going to find yourself getting a lot of personal empowerment in your social life. You're going to get a lot of personal empowerment from friends, family, people that you associate with. They're going to make you feel better about things. If you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts, a little bit isolated, or like just not feeling good, they're going to make you feel better. And they're going to really boost your confidence and your self-esteem. Want to add to that? Okay, we're done. That's what we have for you, Sabani. Good luck with that.
Okay, so now we're on to Sister Sonali.
And what did Sonali want?
Divine Message, I believe.
I think, yeah, that's right.
Divine Message for Self-Growth.
Okay. Thank you, Violet.
Let's
use the dragons. Well, it's cool you're getting the dragon deck, Angel. I do like it. It's very nice. What is it called? Oh my gosh, it's going to be a fun oracle. It'll go along with my Martian oracle. I'm getting a cute cryptid oracle probably within this month sometime. It's one of the Kickstarter decks I funded.
You're fine, Violet.
From earlier this year, the cute cryptid oracle. And it looks like fun.
I'm on Instagram now, and boy, some people have some crazy looking decks that I see there.
I'm still debating the out-of-hand tarot, and I'm running out of time. I'm thinking about it. It's a cool tarot that Jamie Sawyer did that, well, in almost every card, in different ways, it emphasizes hands. And it's really kind of a neat concept. I'm very into it. I like it. I like her art, too, because she did our Lenormand tiles. Right. All right. Okay. Interesting stuff here. So the first card is the Two of Swords reversed. The second card here is the beautiful Ace of Cups upright. And then we have the Hanged Dragon upright, which is kind of interesting to me because, again, we've got a little push-pull in this reading here, don't we, Mr. O? We've got the Two of Swords, which says it's time to move, and we got the Hanged Man hanging in a tree there, huh? So, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Looks like the beginning of something, Sonali. The beginning of love in your life. The beginning of joy. Something that brings you great joy, happiness, or fulfillment.
the Spirit is saying is that your message for self-growth is really about just loving yourself, bringing love strongly into your life. And there's no time like now. Stop hanging around. Do it. Just do it. Nike.
Mister. Oh. Well, I'm just going to say here
Focusing
that...
on the heart chakra. Not saying that you have to go out and find love, but you have to love yourself. And love all things.
Well, you know what? I guess I'm going to go that route a little bit, but I feel here, okay, if you want love and happiness and joy to enter your life, you have to make moves the move you have to make in order to do it is to ensure that, how did I want to say this? I had this, is to ensure that you are maybe moving now towards love and joy and happiness with a different perspective. It's time to take a different perspective on what it takes to bring this love, joy, and happiness into your life.
I'm looking at this, and of course a song comes to my
no.
head. It's the old song by the Jacksons. Stop the love you save may be your own.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, that's basically the idea, is that you can't love without if you can't love within.
It might be you need to move in a new direction, or you need to move with fresh perspectives in mind as you pursue happiness, joy, or a relationship in your life. That's my take.
All right.
That's what Spirit says, and let's see what the Lenormand can add. Again. Okay.
Clouds. Coffin.
Well, I think an end is coming to some of the confusion in your life. I know the light side is facing the coffin, but in this case, I really feel here that whatever has been troubling you or confusing you, and in relation maybe even to this message, the divine is saying, it's time for clarity now. It's the confusing times are over.
I think there's a good idea there, because I do feel like maybe the whole idea of what we said may be confusing to you. I've never felt that you lacked for having a sense of love in your life, emotionality, feeling, strong care. So it may have been confusing, and maybe it's not exactly the total beam on that, but it is talking about that sense maybe of unconditional love, perhaps some sort of other form or vibration of care and love for people. And maybe where that has been confusing will come to an end, that maybe you will feel how this purpose can be moved ahead. What is the price that you are willing to make? The sacrifice.
I like it. So that's what we have for you, Sonali. Good luck with that. And thanks, Sally. Happy to you as well.
We truly probably would have problems squeezing you in, Sally.
Well, she just said she's dropping in.
I know that. That's why I'm saying that I appreciate your message, actually. Sweetie. Thank you, Sally.
Good to see you. And I hope you have a great day. My cards. Thank you. I think I can get that one. Don't bend them.
Right. I saw you there, like, plinking on top of them. It's okay if you bend them, though, eh? Eh?
I don't leave a mark.
All right. So we were waiting for Seven Oceans. Happy 4th, Sally. No matter how or if you celebrate.
Seven Oceans.
They might have put down a message earlier. Sometimes Seven Oceans does that.
Well, I think Violet would have caught it.
Stand by for bickering. Wait, do I have that one?
You should.
No, I think it's on the happy hour website.
Oh, I thought you showed it on Thursday's show.
I'll look around for it if
Maybe,
you insist.
maybe I'm craze. All right, Seven Oceans, we're giving you a chance here.
Feel free to cry, Mr. O. That's not the one.
Feel free to cry.
I guess I don't either. Sometimes they do leave a message, so I thought they might have. Seven Oceans, we're going to give you another moment.
But we'll have to move on. We're still working down a big list here. We're on Anthony next, who's not here. So I'll tell you what, why don't we start shuffling for Anthony? If Seven Oceans comes, we'll add them.
Anthony's not here.
Yeah, but he said a general
Oh,
reading.
that's right.
Yep. All right, let's move on. So Anthony's actually going to be the 8th reading, not the 9th, because Seven Oceans is not here. But we will move on. Mr. O, it's your deck, please.
I know, I'm having fun.
Don't have fun. Come on. We got to go. We have to go.
Who am I reading for?
Yeah, Anthony.
Okay, uncommon. And it was a general.
Yes.
Thank you, Violet.
Move on. That's all I have to say. I'm going to get cranky now. Cranky Banshee. The ducks for Becker. You changed it.
I could do
I
that.
kind of like stand by for bickering more because it's kind of alliterative.
True. Everybody gets a free one. Except Mr. O.
Well, Mr. Oh no! See, you have made me mess up. I hope I did not drop any of your cards.
Always blaming
hold them
me.
a moment. I need to double check. I don't want a missing card. I don't see any. All right, give them back. That way. All right. Let me shuffle one more time. She who must be obeyed. That's right.
I have
That's
two
right.
of those apparently.
Go on.
Well, I do, don't I?
Do ya?
You and Violet.
Ah. Women have to stick together in this day and age, Mr. O.
Help me, Angel Rivera. You're my only hope. I'm in trouble.
Come on, come on.
Okay,
Anthony.
it's the reversed moon.
That's okay. That's all right.
And then it's the reversed world.
Anything upright in that
We
deck?
get the sun or the star, and you got the solar
It's
system.
uncommon when you get an upright one. Ah, there it is.
Page of Wands upright.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay, Anthony, I think you're finding out something maybe relatively soon, and maybe it's about, the sense of something that you thought was going to be resolved and isn't, or something else that was just really going to take it into overdrive for you. Maybe, it's, a personal goal at work or something like that. But on the other hand, there is some sort of Page of Wands, message about this. So I'm wondering if the message gives you clues or ideas about what was obscuring your goals here, or what was obscuring the drive to your success here.
Well, I definitely have to agree. I'm kind of feeling here that there's going to be something challenging that's going to come your way. It's a new opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity to do something at work. It's possible, too, that it could be a new relationship. But it's gonna, there's gonna be some struggles with this, I feel. With the world reversed, it's just indicating that it's all gonna unfold in its own time. It's like you're gonna be very eager to start something new. Whether it's a new relationship, whether it's a new something new at work that you decide you volunteer for, whatever the case may be. They ask if you want to take on this opportunity, you're thinking of jumping on it. But realize here that you're going to find out it's going to really take some time for, and a little bit of more effort than you thought to bring things to the conclusion you desire.
Well, I almost wonder too if like maybe some of that was others' roles here, that maybe something was sort of being hidden from you duplicitously or by accident somehow, but somehow you're coming up with it. And of course, I know you mentioned earlier you were going to play golf with a friend, and I'm looking at the Page of Wands with his golf club there. Not really, but...
Bring chocolate for offerings. That was awesome. Totally agree.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. So let's do that Lenormand, Mr. O. Let's tarry no further. Whoosh, crack that whip.
I'm out of chocolate.
Hey, you gave me some this morning.
I did.
You did. So.
Okay, well, Anthony, we have a snake and the ship. And I wonder if some of this, like I said, mystery, deception, things finding out, involves you'll have to do some legwork, some journey or some sort of trip to finally find out who is doing what, perhaps?
Well, I'm just going to say here, this move, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the job thing, yes, it seems like there may be some deception here. So in other words, maybe, maybe if it's a new relationship, for example, this person over time will reveal more of themselves that you wish you may have known in the beginning. So that's why I'm saying there may be some struggles here. Or if this is the workplace thing, it may be that this assignment or whatever you decided to tackle is going to take a lot more out of you than you had thought. You were deceived in thinking, yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake, but it's not.
Well, I almost wonder.
Kind of the way I feel.
I almost wonder if this does sort of suggest that maybe there's some sort of provocateur, somebody who is a little bit, not having your best interests
could be
at heart there.
Right.
So watch out.
Watch your back with the snake. All right. It almost makes you want the anchor, doesn't it?
But not
That's what
with
we
the
have
snake.
for you,
don't
Anthony.
want to be anchored with the snake, though.
Okay, I believe we are on Garab.
Garab!
Are you with us, Garab?
We are so lovely.
Oh, stop.
Go on.
Oh. Hey, there you are. What was your question again? I don't know if you posted it earlier. Well, if you can post a question. That's okay. We caught it, Violet. Go ahead and make your lunch.
A general reading?
Okay. All right. What haven't I used yet? What haven't I used? Have I used... Maybe I've used them all by now. Let's do this one again. If I have.
About a half an hour ago, I had just a slight frame slippage, and I thought, oh my gosh, here it starts, but we didn't have any really.
So I just throw it at you while you're grabbing a drink there. No rest for the weary, Mr. O.
To avoid going insane, keep repeating. It won't be for much longer. It won't be for much longer.
I'm going to throw the pickle at you.
If it was an edible one, I would try to catch it in my mouth. I love pickles. And you know what? It's a barbecue day, so let's have pickles. I like olives more.
I bought Mr. O, because I'm lazy and I'm not going to make it, some, what is it? Some potato salad today. Yay.
Well, you can try, but you'll never
Some
make...
mustard potato salad.
Potato salad as good as my mom used to make.
Okay, we have the Seven of Cups or the Seven of Sea reversed. And then we have the Sea Puppy. Sort of like the Sea Kitten, the Sea Puppy reversed. Puppy. And then the Earth Puppy upright. Oh. So cute. Okay.
Very cute. Okay, Garab.
So for the dog days of summer, we have the Sea Puppy. Okay, the Seven of Cups, which is the Seven of Sea. This is a time maybe that you need to decide what's best for you right now. And I feel here that you need to make a choice or a decision on what to focus on in your life. Perhaps, and I'm just speaking without knowing, perhaps relationship-wise, for example, things have not been going your way. Perhaps you thought a new relationship or something new that was starting did not work out for you, or there's just trouble. There's troubled waters with relationships right now, maybe communicating with a significant other. But you have to decide what it is you really need to focus on right now. Is it that? Or is it something to do with your finances and your work right now? I don't know. I'm seeing like the two things here and just wondering. If I combine them together, Garab, I would say that you need to focus on working on a relationship or deciding it's time to maybe let it go, and because it's either you either want to see some growth or progress, or it's time to let it go.
I think there's a lot of push and pull with this reading here, and I think that some of it is maybe Garab is that. And I'm a person like that a lot, that sometimes I live more in my head than I live in reality. And so I'm not saying like you're, mental or anything, but like there's like sort of a dreamy quality going on around you right now. The idea of the Seven of Cups reversed is saying, stop dreaming, stop looking or contemplating, do something or put some plans in action. But these are both indicating dreamy qualities to me. One is dreaming of the practical, the idea of seeing your dream and figuring out the steps to get there. The other one maybe is dreaming about the things that you feel you've lost or that you don't feel connected to, that you're not resonating. And so there's a push-pull because you sort of feel a sense of regret about not having what you thought you had. And so you're not sure about trying to achieve something else or maybe even the same kind of thing again?
Well, and it's time, it's time to make a choice or a decision about what it is you truly want to grow. If you want to deepen a relationship, I think it's clearly going to need some work here. And also, if you're not feeling fulfilled right now, in your workplace, or with what you are doing in life, then it's time to grow something different. It's time to consider going in a different direction. Sometimes that Page of Pentacles, the Earth there, relates to taking more classes or learning. So maybe it's a time to grow in that manner as well. Let's see what the Lenormand can say.
Hi, Select Player 1. We are not very sure we can get to your reading. We're really backed up here. We appreciate you coming, though. If you want, you could try again on Thursday evening. We tend to be a little less busy.
Thank you for saying that, though. I appreciate that.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. We try to be entertaining, but mostly we're just silly.
No, we're entertaining.
I'm silly.
Okay.
All right, so we have the Lily Garab, and then we have the Tower. And the Tower is not the same as the Tower in the Tarot. It has more to do with institutional qualities, like, you know, maybe a place you work at or going to school or a building, something like that.
Right. You know, on one level, when I spoke about, education, this could say very much so that you should grow, consider growth, consider growing more and taking up some other form of study. But I also want to point out something else about the Tower. The Tower could be about isolation. It can be about kind of pulling back from people. And maybe it's saying now is the time to project yourself outward and show a vulnerable side to people. Show a side of yourself that is more vulnerable as opposed to maybe kind of a colder or icy, I'm tough and strong kind of, appearance.
Well, I like those ideas about, feeling isolated, because I think it sort of speaks to what I was getting at over here,
I
the sense of being pulled between dreams or ideas and the balancing of that and being more active or still needing to, consider stuff. And so maybe this is saying really whatever we're talking about, it is something you're going through. It's a process or change you're going through. And ultimately on the other side, there will be growth. There will be answers to what some of these are about, or at least it'll be clearer than it is now, we hope.
We'd make it more kinder and gentler, Violet, if we did that. But
I can do that.
I will make sure and rein my Scorpio buddy in line here. At any rate, that's what we have for you. That's what the cards have for you today, Garab. I hope that helps. And
So what's about business, you say? That's interesting.
Huh?
Garab said it was about business, or suggested that.
Ah, okay. Is it regarding business? Well, I think it can be. I absolutely think it can be because of that Page of Pentacles. So in that regard, it could be that maybe you need to update or upgrade your skills in some way, take some extra courses, or look for ways to grow on your present job. And especially if it's not feeling very emotionally fulfilling right now with that Page of Cups there. Okay? So I'll leave it at that. That's what we've got for you. And who are we on? Is it Angel Rivera? I think it is. Single Oracle deck. All right. Well, Angel, for you, I also have here my auspicious symbols deck. So we're going to use that one. It's either about luck or healing.
We're sorry.
Oh, hi, Nikki. Oh, no. Now what are you going to do?
I don't know. It's okay to admit you don't know sometimes.
All right. Is Nikki and Mr. Maurice here? We can only throw a card for you at the end if you want to wait for it. It's just too busy.
And a cell, too.
And a cell? What's
Yeah,
going
because
on?
we're really
Well-
backed up. So we'll throw one card for each of you guys.
Here's part of the problem, too. I'm trying to end more or less on time today because we seem to get somebody who comes into our stream at the end of our shows, a very unsavory person. And I'm trying to avoid that. So we're going to try to do it, but I will see how it goes.
Angel, I would pay money to hear you
Shuffle.
sing that on your YouTube channel. I'm sorry.
Just- Focus. You got to get going now, and I'm serious. I want no...
You're serious? No. The stars are serious. Serious rising.
Cut 'em.
Cut?
All right, Angel. Oh, you have Hecka. Number 12.
heck.
Oh, heck.
I like it. I like it.
So this is going to be interesting. Hecka is a literal translation of the word magic, and he appears as the centuries-old god of healing and medicine. In modern times, most people do not associate magic with medicine, but the doctors of ancient Egypt believed that magic and medicine went hand in hand. The belief that disease had a supernatural origin led to the conclusion that a supernatural defense was the best course. Diseases were caused either by the will of the gods, an evil demon, or an angry spirit, and spells against these demons and spirits, or invoking the help of the gods, were common cures for sickness. Although Hecka is not widely credited, the idea of magic and medicine is re-inspired today. We know that illness is connected to the powerful mind, and that our magic and positive thoughts, actions, gratitude, and prayer can help us heal. So the message is, welcome to the ancient wisdom and primal magic that is offered through Hecka. This message is an awakening to rediscover the power of magical thinking. When we view things from a narrow lens and only accept answers that are accepted as fact, we miss the opportunity to expand our vision and find new solutions. The ancient Egyptians knew that magic was connected to the law of attraction. Magnetizing healing through magic attracts positive change, whether it is opening your receptivity to alternate ideas, using magical practices like intention, focusing your mind on what you want rather than what you don't. Use Hecka's inspiration to bring a bit of magic into your life right now and feel that vibration rise. So
I love it.
I love that message. Obviously, you need to expand your vision to find new solutions. Look beyond the facts of the matter. Don't look at that narrow lens of facts only. Expand your vision. And remember this one line here. Magnetizing healing through magic attracts positive change. And it's like I said previously in readings. Be careful, how you look at the world. Look at it through more positive to attract the positive. I mean, it really does work. I mean, I'm not a positive hoo-ha person, but I do know, that keeping a more positive mindset does bring that to you in some way.
All right.
So let's do a Lenormand for you. Did you want the bottom too? We're going to give you just the top. I think that was a very nice message. The name of the deck is, you can hold the booklet up. It's a U.S. Games deck, and it's such a nice thick booklet.
Auspicious symbols. Very nice.
I'm so glad I picked that one. And it was at a U.S. game. Did I get that one on sale? I may have.
Positive hoo-ha. I like it.
All right, so the Lenormand. Ooh.
Thanks, Violet, for Seek for Sure's question. All right, so which one was first?
The rod.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
So I think, Angel, that, positive energy, positive choice, focusing on the positive will make things happen fast. That's the whip. and I just feel here the flowers with the whip is usually fairly positive, I think. That just means some fast joy coming to you. But I feel here from the auspicious symbol that you had that you need to attract it through that positive mindset.
That's not the bouquet, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Number
okay,
9.
yes.
Yep.
So to me, my thought would be that really the idea of being able to move fast, to work through all this, to achieve the magic, the Heka, is a gift.
That's what we have for you. Positive reading, Angel. Good luck
All right.
with that. And we have Sick for Sure, so that will be your deck,
All
Mr.
right, so
O.
I'm going to use Nefertari's Golden Tarot. How will the Amazon job go once I start working? First 2 months. Okay, let's see what we can find.
I really didn't expect this deck to have the depth that it does, the auspicious symbol deck, but it really does. It gives you some nice history there. It also gives you a message as well as a practice. It's a threefold thing. I focus, because of time, on mostly the message, and if the history looks really appropriate, I read it. So
You're welcome, Angel.
yeah, I don't blame you.
Good luck.
I think you'll like it. I am going to do a actual review of this one. I am. But I still have something literally sitting on my desktop I have to finish first, a blog post. That is, gosh, 2/3 to 3/4 done, really. Okay. How will the Amazon job go? All right.
Okay. Okay, 5 of Swords, reversed.
Okay.
5 of Cups, reversed. Interesting that we have 5s. And then the Hanged Man. And that one's upright.
Well, there's a little bit of chaotic energy here, I have to say, Sick for Sure. 5 of Swords reversed indicates that, there may be some difficult people that you might be dealing with on this job. I feel overall, though, because you have the 5 of Cups reversed here, I feel overall this is a good opportunity for you. It's going to broaden you in some way, broaden your perspective, broaden your skill levels maybe, broaden your view of things. So in that regard, I think it's very, very positive. But that being said, every workplace does have its issues, and I feel that that's where that 5 of Swords reversed comes in. What do you think?
Well, I'm wondering if these 2 cards represent the balance or the sum of the workplace, that there are divisive, angry type people who maybe are overly competitive or look at you in that way.
There'll be competition.
And then there are people maybe who are not necessarily flowing with love, but they feel like they understand you, they get you, they want you to feel comfortable there, to feel like you belong there. So that leaves me with this, and I would suggest that this says that, of course, you will feel this idea that you have to sort of pick your sides, pick where you're going to go, and you don't want to necessarily look like, you're a spoiler here, because maybe this is an environment that sort of has to have a certain amount of, attention paid to it, that you, even if you don't like people, you have to sort of know how to get along with people. And so that's what I think the Hangman represents, is knowing exactly what the limits are of how, behavioral situations may arise between these different sets of people. So now,
I think overall it's a good opportunity for you. I just feel the 5 of the Cups is saying that. However, I'm not going to rule out some office politics there, some competition, some little difficulties dealing with others, but I feel that you're going to grow from this experience.
So first we threw the stars in the Lenormand, and then we threw the birds.
Wow, so this is interesting to me. So I feel here again that, there's positive energy here. You will be able to find people that you will connect with there. So don't worry, not everybody is going to be like that. You will definitely find people that you connect with there that will make you feel a lot better about things. But just know, we can't escape some of the officey kind of goofy stuff that goes on.
I think the way to success, or wherever your destiny lies with this and maybe other things, really is listening to the friendly voices that you're going to hear, maybe choosing that side. Maybe this represents that sort of dichotomy between malcontent, troublesome people, and then people who may not have your best interest at heart, but they're not against you. And I think that's what this represents, the idea that if you just go with where the more pleasant things are, you'll be fine.
All right. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And then?
And then we have Rutu.
Yes. And there was a question already for that one.
Okay.
Do you remember it? Did we
Mama,
write
no.
it down? Well, I thought we did.
I thought they may have left one too. I'm not sure.
They asked for a divine reading on career and marriage. Thanks, Violet. It's right at the end.
Okay.
Your cards.
Divine reading on career and marriage. All right, we can do that as one reading because we'll do the 2 and 2. How's that?
Okay.
All right. I went out yesterday to this new salsa place that opened up. It's selling salsa, Detroit salsa. And
So
it's
good.
actually a young man, very young, just graduated high school, who's, I think, not sure about that, who opened up a business and selling his grandmother's recipe. And it's pretty darn good.
I thought it was 2 and 2.
Yes, you're right. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. I caught
I
you.
have it. Thank you for the reminder, though.
Uh-huh.
How interesting. So what was the first part? The
Career
first
and
part-
marriage.
Career.
Divine message.
All right, career. It's really interesting, though, because we got those for the first one.
So we have 2 court cards from the cups, but they're both reversed. It's the page and the king. And are we sure that this was with career? Okay.
If it was
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
So it's ironic because that's what we do is we think career and then we think marriage. And but we have emotions here, cups. So I would just say that maybe things are a little bit rocky on the career front. It looks as though there's some bad news or disappointing news, maybe some setbacks. If you're in a job right now, it could be that you don't get a raise or promotion you might have wanted. It's possible, too, that maybe, there's somebody you're dealing with there who has been giving you a hard time, a supervisor or boss.
That's what I was going to say. I felt totally that this may represent the idea
So
that...
you're going to interrupt me for that?
No, I
Okay.
wasn't.
Was there something else? Because I just...
Yeah, there was something
Oh, okay.
else.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
No, that's all I really wanted to say is the idea here in career that it may look like somebody
I see.
you feel doesn't have your best interest at heart. It could also be, too, that you're on to that in a way, and maybe you're wondering, if there are things that could change your relationship, but it's not exactly clear.
Yeah. So now we've got marriage, right? We have the Knight of Wands. This is so wild. And the Hermit.
Oh, wow.
I know. Well, I should let you go first on that one. What do
Okay,
you
so
think?
So in marriage, it may be that you have a good sense for where you need to go. You're trying to show your magnetism, your charisma, but maybe there still is this perception that you're within yourself, that you're not exactly as successful. And maybe that's what the dichotomy is you feel you need to push yourself out there, but there is something that still makes you feel a little bit reserved. It could just be how you view your role in this. Like maybe you just feel that it's better if somebody else is more the assertive person, but part of you wants to feel that way.
Did you hear that smack? Seven Oceans, we will do what we can, but, on a day like this, when I have new people even coming in at the end and you miss your turn, it's kind of hard. But I'm going to have to put you at the bottom if we do you at all today, and I apologize, but it's kind of the hand we're dealt today. So
who's in charge here?
What?
Somebody's giving up their turn and they were next.
What? All right. Anyway, never mind. Let's focus on this right now, and we'll get back to whatever's going on in the chat because I'm confused. All right. So I feel here when I look at this, Rudapana, that something may be happening in the love department. However, you have to kind of start thinking about the other person as opposed to yourself. Maybe you've been spending too much time really thinking about yourself and your own needs and desires and not about another person's. So should a relationship opportunity or a marriage prospect come up, or even if this is dealing with an existing marriage, I wasn't sure, this is time for you to really start focusing on others as opposed to yourself if you want to make it happen. Because the Hermit's kind of self-absorbed, So that's what I'm wondering here. Are you ready? Are you ready to move forward towards bringing something new into your life? It looks like you could do it, definitely, with that Knight there. How about you draw for the love,
okay,
and I'll draw for the career.
Don't fight for us. There's plenty of us to go around.
Team Banshee or Team O? Hey, we could do this.
Is that the big O?
Mr. O. All right.
It is not. Well, shall I go first?
Yeah, you're ready. Go first. It's for love.
It is for love. The mountain followed by the whip. So it seems to me that where these problems lie, and they may represent as problems, either attitudes about how assertive you wish to be or where your role is in this, how charismatic you seem, you have to really approach them quickly. You must just sort of, like maybe even move them out of the way so that they're not even thought of as necessarily any kind of problem, that they're just maybe a slip of the tongue, for example, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm going to look at this a little bit differently here because we got the whip and we got the mountains. And, doggone it, I feel that from what I said before, that you have to do something to make this happen as opposed to being too self-absorbed. This is saying you need to get on it. If you want something to happen with marriage and that, it's time to stop thinking and focusing on self, and time to start focusing on others. Crack that whip, break through the obstacles or the blockages you might be experiencing and feeling. You can do this. Now with career, I had first the clouds and I had the mice. And so for clouds and the mice is basically saying to me that because the light side is facing the mice, I feel that any problems or things that you are experiencing, along these lines we mentioned, are really overall fairly minor ones or will resolve themselves in time.
Well, I sort of feel the same way when it comes to here. I just sort of feel this is something that will resolve itself. So it sort of feels like the same thing on this side too.
It could.
That these are really not big things to
No.
surmount. If I had to judge between the two, I would say that maybe the emotional issues might present more of a challenge just because there might be more cleverness involved in saying the right thing, that kind of thing.
I
But
would
basically, yes.
I would go the other way with the other issues only because both of those court cards are reversed. So I think you're dealing with some kind of disappointing energy there, whether it's you yourself or others who are disappointed in you. I feel it could be something along those lines, but you can overcome it. I think in time it'll be clear that these problems are going to go away. So just hang in there and good luck with that. And we're moving on to
I don't know.
Swathi, I believe. I'll double check that. Yep. Maybe. Yep.
Didn't we have their question?
Did we?
Yes. Might have to scroll a little bit. It was about the new suitor.
Oh, was it?
Let's see if I can find it.
I thought you said we were right about something. But, all right.
My question is, what's up with this guy, Mr. J?
Okay.
Is it my
Mr.
deck?
O, you're up.
Okay, so I am back to the Uncommon Tarot. Yes. Ah,
Is it time for Sunny Cam? Sunny, pose for the camera. Pose for the camera. Aw. Don't bite my pen. Pens are enemies to them. Generally, but he's kind of snuggly mood right now. I think he'll snuggle up. Don't be bitey. Okay, thank you.
mhm.
Oh, guess it's the way it is. All right.
The moon.
Oh, the moon's been coming up a bit today. Various ways.
King of Swords reversed. And Nine of Cups upright. Wow.
Well, it certainly is an interesting
This is an
mix here,
interesting reading.
Swathi. You know, you've got the moon, which is about intrigue, mystery. So this person is a bit of a mystery in a way. What are they after? What are their objectives? Do they even know? Considering that King of Swords reversed, maybe they know. Maybe they're trying to make their mind up on exactly what it is they want.
Well, it could be that maybe they're a person that is a pleasure seeker. The Nine of Cups is really about
That's a good point.
very sensual enjoyment of things, even if they are not necessarily emotional things. Somebody that really likes their food and drink, for example. But I don't necessarily think that is. It could just be saying that they're undecided. The King
Right.
of Swords reversed
That's what I
is
feel.
undecided, not clear, and that maybe they seek their wish. That's the Nine of Cups, their wish, total fulfillment. But maybe they're undecided because they sort of feel this energy, the moon, that there's something else for them to do, to know, to uncover. There's always even a possibility that maybe in terms of romance, the moon is very romantic symbol for the ages. So maybe they want to be sure they are finding their wish in romance. I am
Interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know that really means that that's about you. That's about them.
But I see that.
That's about them.
I see that. Throw that Lenormand. I want to see if we get any other clues here. Well, don't lose hope, Swati. You know, it just may be a matter of time. Maybe they just need a little more time. I mean, if this is a new person, rather than somebody who you've known for a while who is just dragging you along, it might be.
I might have misstated. I don't know that they're undecided about who or loving. I think they're undecided about what they really want in love, and that maybe they just really want some sort of sense of an ultimate. You know, that's what I'm feeling, like this really strong charge of emotionality and pleasure, sensuality. So then in Lenormand, I drew the stork, and I also drew the tower. Help me out, Banshee.
Yeah, boy, talk about a tricky one here. I get the feeling that maybe your period of isolation is over. You know, maybe this indicates, well, and also I wonder about this person too, Swati. Maybe it's because, well, I'm going to say two things here. One might be that they may be going through a change right now, a significant change in their life. Some new beginning that has happened for them. You know, it might be a new job, a new career, something that's different for them, which is why they're kind of undecided here right now. But beyond that, I would also say that this likely to me indicates that maybe their period of isolation or standing still on this matter is coming to an end, and they're about to make a decision that will bring them a new beginning. Is it with you?
Right, and I don't want to keep overstating it, but I don't feel that it's not that they don't want to be with someone, they don't want to be married. It just may be that there's so much more going on too beyond them. I think they really do want it, but maybe they have other things that they have to consider. And I feel totally that this is what it's saying, though, that this maybe applies more to you, Swati, than it does to Mr. J. I think that's clearly Mr. J. I think this could be more about you, that something new is coming to you, and that it does come from the sense of ending isolation, ending being in the tower. Whether that means that Mr. J is the one or somebody else is the one, I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. I'm getting a good vibe here.
There's a slightly good vibe, because the other thing I want to bring out, Swati, is that sometimes the tower, being a card of institutions, it could indicate marriage. It could indicate marriage and a new beginning. I'm not going to rule that out.
That is true, actually.
So keep that in mind, that it might lean that way. This person may just need a little bit more time, because hey, marriage is a big decision. You know, no matter how it's done, no matter what culture you ascribe to, it's a big commitment. So they want to make sure they're making the right decision for themselves too. And that's what we have for you. So good luck with that.
I love my uncommon tarot. So beautiful. Oh, is that one of the ones you gave to me? Because you didn't like it that much?
Actually, yes. No, and it's nothing against the artist, the author, whatever. It just does not resonate with me. I'm glad it resonates with him.
Well, he is taking a long time, I guess, eh?
Oh, boy. I see. Huh. Well, you know what I say. Only wait so long and decide it's time to move on.
Check the shelf date.
All right. Hey, Pretty Doll, are you with us? Did Pretty Doll leave a question, Violet? I can't remember. I'm sorry. She might have thrown something out there.
Hey, I'm a pretty doll. Well, I play with pretty dolls. So, I don't remember. So,
I seem to remember when she came in.
Does my crush have feelings for me or will marry me?
We can do a yes, no on that.
Do you want me to use my deck?
Yeah.
All right. So real quick for Pretty Doll.
So does the crush have feelings and will marry you? We'll see what it says.
And I'm going to use the Secret Tarot. Thanks, Violet. Thank you.
And we're just now hitting the overtime mark. But we will continue on and try to fit people in. It is possible that others have left and haven't left a question, so we'll see.
Yeah, actually, we should be able to do this. We can do this. We're going to do it.
Well, I know about 4:20 beyond, somebody pops in the room. Remember that?
4:20?
That happened twice in a row. So that's why.
I see.
All right.
Got him.
Okay.
Do you want to
Holy
count?
moly.
Or shall I?
I will. All right. Whoa. Now I forgot what number I was on. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you do say it's a crush, so it may not necessarily be something that works both ways.
It may be leaning towards no. We did get one ace in the reading, and aces basically say if it's going to be a yes or no. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Wands upright. And the Three of Swords reversed. Well, this is really interesting to me, Pretty Doll. It seems to me that this crush does feel attracted to you. This person does have some attraction to you. But the Three of Swords reversed may indicate that they either may need more time to heal. I don't know if they were in a relationship before that really hurt them, or maybe there is just something between the two of you that needs healing before they would consider it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that.
Pretty girl, the general idea looks like it's no, but it's not positively
so
no.
I wonder if there's a possibility in the future. It's not
and
definite.
I feel that maybe in the future there is a positivity for the reasons that Banshee has already expressed. There may be some healing going on involving their previous relationship or some really hard feelings for them. Maybe it's the passing of somebody who meant a lot to them. It could be anything like that. But in general, they are a feeling that a person that has romantic feelings. They may not necessarily express them as directly as other people do, but I think there is a glimmer there. It just might need more time from this point. So I'm throwing the Lenormand, and what I see is the Stork and the Sith. And I'm wondering if this is that pointing away. And I'm wondering that to me this says really this is not the right time for them to do new things. That maybe like the swords,
they are Mr. O, because that's where I was
they are dealing a little bit with their own feelings, their own heartache. But it doesn't mean it will be this way forever.
Yeah, I think this is just not happening now. And so you really can't predict the marriage element, conclusively. I feel they are healing. I feel that they are cutting back on some things in their life there right now, possibly too. Or if they are doing things, they're really not getting tied down right now. That's what I see at the moment. I just don't feel it is. It may just be a timing thing. You might want to check Pretty Doll with us maybe in a month or two and see if anything with the energies have changed. Because it's saying it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no, and it may change. I just have a feeling about it.
Yeah, I was surprised Cara didn't make it here today. Hey, maybe she's on a hot date. You never know, right?
All right, we're done with Pretty Doll. Who's next?
Bye, Gina.
Gina.
Thanks for dropping in today.
Thanks for hanging with us all this time. Hey, we're going to at least eat food. I'm celebrating in black, if I'm celebrating at all. And, I'm celebrating summer. So happy Dog Days of Summer. The Dog Days started today. So woof, woof.
So thanks, Gina. Thank you, Swathi and Violet, for all the nice things you're saying. We love you guys. All right, who's next?
Alrighty then. It's going to be... I'm not sure. I think I lost the list after.
We're in
Gotta look at
flying new
Violet.
territory.
Violet, help me. You're my only hope. All right, then Serenity. That's what I wrote there and scribbled. Serenity.
Did they have a question?
I don't know if they did. I'm thinking
Excuse me.
But if you have one...
I have a dry throat.
Oh, it's right there. Serenity's up then, Nikki, Mr. M, Asal, Seven Oceans, and me. All right, you didn't see one, so I think we're going to pull a card for Serenity because we do not know if she's here or not. We'll do one card, and we're going to take it from there. Serenity, if you are here now, let us know because I'm shuffling the cards.
Thanks, Violet. But I'm not going to give you your vacation request.
Wow, Mr. O is a taskmaster today.
No,
He can't get away with it with me, so he's picking on you.
Volunteers get whatever they want. All right, so one card, single general reading.
I want to raise. Blame you. Uh-oh, I don't want to eat a stem. There we go. How'd I miss that?
All right, Serenity. Your card.
It's the Eight of Sky, which is the Eight of Swords, reversed, which is the way you want to see this card, Serenity. It's basically saying, you have liberated yourself from fear, from anxieties, from self-doubt. And if you really have not, it's time to do so. What's been holding you back is not, I'm not going to say it's not real, but it's no longer relevant to you. You are a different person now. And you can move forward without fear, without anxiety, without always watching your back or worried about what somebody thinks about you. This is a time to move forward with confidence.
And I feel that this is saying, too, there's a lot of energy, but it's mostly working to maybe make you consider where you should reapply energy.
That's swords, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right, it's the...
Eight of Swords.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're right. I was thinking it was the wands. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Distracted myself. I'm so sorry.
Well, there's a lot of wood there, but it is sky, so it's swords.
So, it is swords.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so really what this is saying is it's time to maybe find your way out of something that you have sort of left for yourself to deal with. It may be saying that you use excuses or you use different things to try to delay answering questions or delay doing things this message says really that doesn't serve you well, and you should try to just face things head on. I want to say something else, but it's not there.
Oh, well, I can't help you with that.
I know you can't.
But I'm going to throw Lenormand on that. One card. You get one card with bennies. And we have, well, the Crossroads and the Tower. So, right. So this is it. Because, you know, the Eight of Swords is a woman who's trapped, feels trapped and tied down. And this is now saying that that's at a crossroads. That's about to change and shift for you. I think it's up to you. You know, it's up to you to really get over the self-doubts and the fears you may have been experiencing that maybe has made you feel isolated or alone, maybe has made you feel unwilling to meet new people, etc. Now is the time to make the decision to move beyond that.
This is exactly true because it just fits so totally with the reverse Eight of Wands. Time
Eight
to
of
base
Swords.
Eight of Swords. Sorry.
I'm here for you, Mr. O.
That's good. It's
That's what we have for you,
411. Wasn't that the old phone number for information?
Yeah, grab that.
Grab that.
Let's move.
Let's move.
All right, next is Nikki. Nikki, are you here? Waiting to see if Nikki is here. Just curious. Bud Luck Shuffle. Why don't you shuffle your deck, Mr. O?
Okay, and I'm going to use the Nefertari. Just can't seem to do anything right anymore, can I? Don't answer that.
I see Mr. Maurice is here. This is good. All right. We're going to do one card for Nikki. If people are actually here, I may slide into a few more.
Right, especially because they may have a question.
But only the people that are on the list now. We cannot add anyone else to the list. So, sorry.
Okay.
And I thought Seven Oceans was still here. Are they? Did we do them already? No.
I don't remember.
No.
I couldn't find a star, so you'll have to settle for the sun.
That looks like a blast to me, like you just blasted her.
Well, that's because Violet's a blast.
All right, Mr. O. Let's go. We're doing one card then for
Nikki.
Nikki.
Mr. O's losing it.
Trying to keep it together for you. Come on.
All right, so it's the 10 of Cups reversed.
Ta, Nikki.
Nikki, this could be saying right now there's upset, there's sort of a sense maybe problems with people that you feel close to that aren't necessarily like romances, but maybe they're family members or maybe they're people you're really close to. There's sort of a sense maybe that there's uncalm things happening, or maybe feels like there's a mutual threat, like people feel that something is sort of bothering them as a group of people.
Okay, shuffle the Lenormand while I do that. Nikki, I think that, you know, this is a time of feeling just that something is incomplete in your life. You know, and it may have to do with your family, your friends, your tribe. Do you feel like maybe there's some separation, some rift that needs to be mended? I feel here that there is something pulling in that regard, whether it's even in your intimate partnership or relationship, your marriage, you know, something is not right.
That's the third time in a row.
What the heck?
I know. For me, I mean,
I had it come up a few once at least.
so maybe this is about a primary relationship because,
Or
of course,
person
I
in your
have,
life.
or a person in your life, because I have the stork and I have the man. And, of course, a lot of times the man does seem to be like maybe they're a potential partner or relationship. They could also just be yourself, too, in a way, or an aspect of yourself.
So could this be that maybe some new beginning, a relationship that maybe you were hoping would happen has gone off to a bad start, a sour start? Or maybe it's time, like I had suggested here, to make amends. Maybe this is a male, maybe this is somebody else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male in the family or in your friends or your social circles or with people you have been dating. It's time to make amends or get a fresh start with someone.
Right. Clearing the air of emotional dissonance may bring on something new that would be better.
And that's what we have for you, Nikki. Good luck with that. We're going to move on.
Is it Mr. Maurice?
And it's Mr. M.
Now, Mr. Maurice, you can ask a
You're
question.
You're here, so ask a question. We'll throw 3 cards for you. We might be a little fast, but we'll do a reading for you. Happily. And that goes for 7 oceans if you hang on. 7 oceans. And if a cell is here, we will do a cell 2. We try to be as fair as we can, and we're going in a little overtime, but like I said, I'm trying to hustle it along to avoid something. But we'll see how it goes. Violet. Yes, Violet. Keep eyes wide open. I am too.
General reading. Okay. Very good.
You got it. My deck?
Yes, it's your deck.
It is my deck. Let's do the cats. It's a dog days of summer, but I had to include a cat deck.
Well, they are here. They're just sort of cleverly disguised as a sleeping meatloaf. That was my finger disguised as a pointing wand. General reading.
All right, shuffle, Mr. O, and cut them. And I feel here a lot better. Yesterday, like I said, I think my blood pressure went a little low, and it was right around this time of day. But so far, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm assuming my blood pressure will be normal when I check tonight before I take my next pill.
What are you thanking me for?
Ah. And of course you're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Thank you. You've been very generous. We really appreciate that. Oh, poo. Had to have one bad card in the mix, but it's mostly... Well, it's hard to say. Let me see. Actually, it is pretty good. This is the Knight of Wands upright. This is the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Earth upright.
Excuse me.
Goodness.
I know, I have a really dry throat.
And we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Boo-hoo. But that's the only boo-hoo here, really. I wonder here, if you're getting a little bit anxious about something in your life that just isn't right. It could be in a relationship, because we do have the Knight of Wands here, but the Knight of Wands is also about, the coming or going of a matter connected with work. So I don't know if there's something work-related that is on your mind right now and is causing you some anxious moments or maybe some stress with that Ace of Cups reversed here. So maybe it's time to maybe kind of chill, Mr. M, take a step back and reflect a little bit on what's really going on. What more do you need to do to push something forward, if that's the case? Whether it is a relationship or business, what is it you need to do to make something happen?
Well, you didn't mention it, and usually you will in that current situation of the promotion or the higher position you were looking at. So I think that this could be possibly about that. The 7 of Pentacles still looks like somebody's waiting. That's probably you, but it could also indicate maybe the people on the other side of the situation. The Knight of Wands is more
you are still waiting.
The Knight of Wands is more likely the sense of anxiety or sense of movement. So this is a game right now. It's like you don't want to maybe push them, or I don't even know if that's possible in the situation, you know. And so basically what that is maybe saying is that it's delaying the sense of happiness you want to feel. Aces reversed generally are about things delaying or not really moving at the stride you were thinking.
So, Mr. M, this could very well relate to that. Wow, thank you for that info, because I feel here that you are definitely still waiting on this. This has been really wearing on you. But I want you to know, when I see this card here, the Knight of Wands, you really have put your best foot forward here. You know, you have put everything in play that you could to make this happen. So regardless of how this turns out for you, and yeah, obviously if it doesn't turn out, you are going to feel disappointed, but regardless how this turns out for you, just know you gave it your best, you gave it your all, and it is not your fault if it doesn't work to your advantage. So let me do the Lenormand. And I have, the book.
The book. The coffin. Oh dear.
Well, I don't know if this is necessarily a bad thing. I think there's an end to something here. There's an end to you having to do testing, research, you know, whatever. You had to take that test before to pass it. I almost feel like maybe there's an end coming to their going over the candidates for the job, you know? I really wonder here if it's coming to an end and there will be a resolution of some sort. It's just that these cards it's just that I feel that this isn't giving us an answer of which way it's going to go.
Right. It does seem like just the long wait is probably nearly over. The book is about finding out something. They're finding out what they want, or they're feeling they've come to that process.
They're coming to conclusions.
And so they are coming to that conclusion.
It's like the end of a story, the end of the book.
And I don't know if you know how many other people are potentially on this short list, if it's just you and one person or if it's still more than two other people, but they are moving there. It may not be much longer. I mean, it's hard for me to put a time there. When I add these up, it says 34, which 3 and 4 is 7. So could it be a week, 7 days? Could it be 7 weeks? I'm not sure. I'm not saying this is any way connected to that, but I do feel that it won't be long, that they are coming to that conclusion.
That's what we have for you.
So that's pretty much the best we can do under this as a general reading. So
well, it was pretty good, I think.
I think it kind of nailed what's going on there.
Because you did want general. It just happened to go in that direction, I feel.
All right.
Makes a lot of sense, Mr. M. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right, so who's up next? Is it Estelle?
Yes, and Estelle has a question. Do they have a chance with Dimash, the Taurus?
Okay, let's do a yes-no on that, Mr. O.
Thanks, Violet.
Let's see what we get.
Thank you. You enjoy your 4th, too.
Thank you, Mr. M. Mr. Sun, you got yourself in the camera. Yay! Aww.
Hello, boy.
That's right. Get your butt in the camera now. No.
I know, and then the hair starts flying. Look at it. Oh, my God. So
he
much
was
of it.
just saying goodbye to us. He's going to eat or something.
Bye, Mr. Sunny.
He'll be
Mr.
back.
Sunman.
Unless we're done. Before he's done. Okay.
Those, right?
I am going to There's a chance.
There's definitely a chance. That's what you asked. You have 2 aces, so there's definitely a chance. It's not the most positive chance, but it's definitely leaning more towards yes.
So what's the decider?
Judgment reversed, and to some degree, this may indicate that maybe there is something less than traditional going on here. Maybe there is something that is more about more material aspects of what coming together might be. So this could be about property or about combining resources in some sense. It may be less about other things, like, for example, spirituality. Maybe there's, a reason why that would be. Like, maybe you both come from different aspects of spirituality, so maybe that's not the important drawing
Taurus
point.
Capricorn. He's a Taurus and a Cell's a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
That
And
definitely
both
has that
Earth
earthly
signs.
connection there,
Yeah.
too. So it looks positive.
Well, I'm going to say for Judgment that, the reverse, that maybe Dimash just has to wake up and smell the coffee. I mean, it's a euphemism for, just gotta get a wake-up call of some sort.
Okay,
Maybe they're
yes.
just a little bit slow in coming around, Estelle? Or maybe they're just slow in wanting to make a commitment. Oh, wow. See? Oh, my gosh.
They're going to be slow. They're going to be slow.
I said.
But
Yeah.
there's definitely a chance, but it looks like they more likely want to move at a smaller, slower pace, child steps. They may be exploring this a little bit more cautiously. Maybe there's even a sense of some innocence going on here. Like maybe they sort of feel like going slow because maybe they or yourself are not necessarily used to all the ramifications of certain kinds of romance.
Well, I would say this, that maybe they're going slow because they're truly still trying to decide who or what it is they want in life. Maybe they're still in an exploratory stage. Maybe there's somebody else they either have had an interest in or have expressed an interest in them. And so they're at a kind of confused point right now, but they want to move slow because they're trying to sort things out. And it's like I said, maybe it's a maturation process as well. They're just not ready to commit. They need to finally decide, like a light bulb needs to go off and say, I really need to commit to someone in my life before it's too late. So you're going to have to decision and decide if you really are going to wait for that or not, Estelle. I don't have a time frame here, but I will say the cards say there is some potential here. It just may take some time.
Oh, Swathi, you can go to sleep.
All right, so we're done with the cell now. Hey, we are rolling here.
Seven Ocean wants a guided message for the next 2 weeks.
All right, Seven Oceans. I'm glad you came back. Let me get my dragon deck. And sorry, it's just been crazy here today. Crazy busy. We love it for that. And we see as we get busier that we may have to make some shifts and changes in how we read. We're almost at that point. And if Thursdays get as booked as Saturdays, then definitely things will have to change. All right, Mr. O. But I have some creative ideas there. And we may even come up with some other pop-up shows from time to time. And of course, last but not least, will be Violet.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You deserve it. You put up with a lot.
Okay. Okay, it's the King of Swords reversed. This is a general, am I right? What is this one again?
Guided message for the next 2 weeks.
That's right. Okay, the King of Swords is reversed. The Knight of Cups is upright. Is this going to be all court cards? No. Ooh. And the Ten of Cups upright.
Well, I think ultimately there's something really happy at the end of this 2 weeks or going through this 2 weeks. What is that?
King of Swords.
King of Swords. And
So
what's
Sire, right?
Yeah, Sire.
And the Knight. So that's how I know. Sire is king.
Okay.
Another word for king. So, all right. I do have to say here that for the next 2 weeks, a guided message would be that there's something emotional happening here, and it's mostly positive, I feel. There's some good results for you, but it may be dependent upon how well you handle a certain decision you have to make in regards to others in your life right now. It could be a significant other. It could be a person you're interested in. It could be with family. But I really feel there's something emotional here that's going to be going on for you. It's not business related. It's really more in your social or your personal life. What do you think?
Well, you may be called upon actually to make this decision about either a relationship or something that is affected by a relationship. And you may feel like you had wanted to be able to put it off or to not have to do it, but it's not likely you'll be able to do that. So I'm not sure who this would involve for you, but it may be about a situation that was developing that maybe you thought was turning into a good friendship or a good new partnership that had emotional tones, something like that. But ultimately, making this decision, even if it isn't necessarily one you wanted to make at this time, is a good decision because it really creates a sense of a foundation for maybe not only yourself, but for other people with similar interests, family or otherwise, to really be able to work with.
It's really awesome cards. I feel there's just some emotional happiness or fulfillment coming your way. And like I said, it's in dealings with others around you right now. Just maybe feeling the love around you, you know, and they will support you. They will guide you. But please be sure that you honor them by doing things that are in everybody, make decisions that are in everybody's best interests. Let's do that. Let's see if we get any other clues here what this might be relating to. Well, see, it's coming up with everybody's cards today. There's a lot of change in the air, apparently. First card is the Stork.
Wow. Constantly coming up.
And the second card is Letter. So this is really interesting. I have to say here, you know, I'm talking about emotional stuff, and then we see the Stork. Sometimes the Stork can be about pregnancy or childbirth, and if you're not wanting that, you know, you may not want to see this, but if you are thinking of starting a family, or maybe all of this happiness and this good stuff is surrounding somebody in your family or in your friends or associates who may be starting something new or having a baby. And, you know, maybe you're going to be doing a lot of planning with them, helping them out. It just looks like it's very positive. It's a positive new beginning you're going to be getting news about that's just going to be very, very happy, and you're going to celebrate this with others.
Well, I wonder if the news is what really influences some of this decision or this feeling that you have to decide something. I sort of get the feeling that's what's going on here. But ultimately, I think it's good news. I think it goes to the idea of the Ten of Cups, strengthening that situation, whether it's a team, family, or co-worker, something like that. So it's all good.
It really is pretty much all good. Jeez, oh, Pete's. All right.
So that's what
I'll take my cards back, and now we have Violet.
All right.
Yay!
And our long-suffering Violet
Violet at last. It was Violet all along.
It was Violet all along. That's right. You're welcome, Seven Oceans.
You are welcome. Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember that did help too, so you might want to try to seal that deal, but let's see what Spirit has for you on that. Your deck, Mr. O?
Okay. I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot.
All right. And, we didn't even use my other Lenormand for love readings. I didn't think about that. We didn't have too
and we
many.
had a couple of those.
Yeah. Next time.
Senmin, are you going to knock the camera over?
You're mad at my pen. I know you are. You're just mad I'm not paying enough attention to you, aren't you? Hey, listen, this show isn't all about you, Sonny. You know that. He's like, really? You could have fooled me. Get him, Sonny.
I guess we're in free territory here.
I know. All right, Mr. O, I'm cutting. You have to move. All right.
Three of Cups reversed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 6, isn't it?
Six of Wands reversed.
You gotta get used to your new deck.
Five of Wands reversed.
Gee, Violet.
It's not nice to fool
No.
Mother Nature.
Now the thought is here, in my mind, that, we thought about it. I mean, you mentioned here, I haven't wrote those letters, blah, blah, blah. You put that energy out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what is Spirit advising now? Spirit is advising that, you have to get back with it. You have to get back with it. There has to be, there's some disparate energies, and whether this is among your ancestors or guides over this issue, or just the fact that it's saying that these things that you were writing letters about, they're very important for you to free yourself from these past conflicts that may still have a hold over you. And it's time to eliminate that energy, because I see that it's still here from some of these cards. The Six of Swords is indicating defeat, which to me, is like there's no moving forward with leaving this undone. It's really something you're going to have to make time for. And I feel here with the Five of Wands reversed, it's almost, I think that it's a warning here that, if you don't, you may be at the point of giving up entirely, and Spirit does not want to see you do that.
Serenata dos Gatos, we are unable to do that. This is actually our last reading for the day. So we're sorry we can't take your question today. But if you can, try to come back on Thursday, because we are here again 7 to 9 p.m. our time. So,
and whether it's Thursday or whether it's Sunday, the earlier you come to our show, the more likely we can fit you in.
Right, and those are the times for today or Thursday's show. So this looks like there is this idea that something is really lingering here and possibly inhibiting movement that would be better. I won't say it's victory so much as just saying it's movement towards something that is appreciable by more than just yourself, a greater good in a
That's
sense.
true. I think
A greater good.
right, your guides, your ancestors, everybody will be applauding. You know, that card is often about that. People cheering you on to victory. They will be applauding, but they need to see it get done. They're afraid maybe that you are going to throw in the towel on this, and it needs to be done.
Well, they may also feel too that there is so much energy here in what you want to do or what the situation addresses that it is kind of working on your emotions a little bit. It is creating maybe some issues of disease or worse in your emotional department. And they feel it's all this energy that's not hitting its mark in a sense. So it really needs to have a channel for it, and they're just going to try to remind you in certain ways to do this or to continue thinking about getting it done.
So focus on that healing project. Let's do the Lenormand on that, Mr. O. It's your Lenormand.
Okay.
And let's see what were the most common Lenormand cards of the day. The stork.
The tower came up more than once.
The moon, the whip,
The whip,
and the anchor.
and the child.
Well, this is only, I think, number 2 for the child. The lady, though, number 2. How did you do that?
I don't know, and they're in differing positions too.
You need to
the other
shuffle.
way around.
But 13. So, Spirit is saying they understand you're busy. Maybe they understand, too, you have obligations, Violet. You know, they understand you have a child, you have obligations that, you know, take your time. And so they're saying, don't sweat it, but take small steps. Do them as you can, but don't let it sit. Continue the process.
I think that's right. I think it could be saying, too, that some of this is about you just also being comfortable with yourself, being yourself, and maybe working your way towards it. It doesn't have to be immediately at this point. You just need to make sure that it is going to happen somehow.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you on this, and good luck with that. And oh my gosh, we're done.
We are done. And we are sorry again, Serenata, if you're still hanging out, but
do check us out.
check us out again.
We're like a half hour into overtime, and we just want to thank everybody. Holy moly, I lost count, but we did a lot of reading today. So, you know, and they're longer readings for now, but stick with us, and
You're welcome.
thank you for sticking with us all day long. I hope you have a great long weekend for those of you who have a long weekend. And do check out our upcoming shows. What?
We did make it.
We did make it. And we will see you soon, guaranteed. There's not much guaranteed in life, but we can guarantee that. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.